All right, let's dive into something a little different today. We're not just going to talk about the usual headlines. We're going deeper into this idea of optional reality and really the powerful, almost magnetic pull that illusion has on all of us.
For years, all we've heard about is misinformation, right? About being tricked by forces we can't control. But what if the biggest threat isn't the lies other people tell us? Because the scariest future, it's really not about fake news. No, it's something else. Something we actually choose for ourselves. A world that we build brick by brick to replace the one we're actually in. It's this thing called optional reality. So this really forces us to kind of shift how we think about all this. It's not about being passively tricked anymore. We're talking about a whole new kind of, unreality. And it's one that's bubbling up not from some outside source, but from our own desires and the tech we hold in our hands every single day. Okay, but how is this even a thing, right? This might sound like some crazy sci-fi movie, but it's not. The tools that let us just check out of reality, they're already here. In fact, I'm willing to bet you're probably using some of them right now. And just look at how normal these tools seem at first glance. I mean, you've got filters, right? They don't just smooth your skin anymore. They can literally erase things from your view that you don't want to see. Then you have whole virtual worlds to just escape into, digital places where you can be anyone you want. We're also building these AI companions that are designed to be, perfect pals, always agreeing with us, just telling us what we want to hear. And of course, the big one, curated truths. Think about your social media feeds. They're basically building a custom-made world for you, one that lines up perfectly with what you already think, and it keeps out anything that might, make you uncomfortable. And this right here, this is the key. Escaping reality is changing from something you do by accident, like mindless scrolling when you're bored, to something you do on purpose. It's becoming a deliberate, conscious choice. Pretty soon, you won't just stumble out of reality. You're going to pack a bag and choose to leave. So that brings us to a pretty clear definition of what this is. Optional reality. It's the deliberate act of choosing a curated illusion over an uncomfortable truth. And that word, deliberate, that's everything. This isn't about being fooled. It's about seeing both options and actively picking the illusion. Okay, so we've got the tools, we get the concept, but that just leads to the biggest question of all, doesn't it? Why? Why would anyone knowingly choose an illusion? The answer, it gets right to the heart of what it means to be human. Seriously, just think about that for a second. When you're staring at the real world, and let's be honest, it's messy, it's complicated, it's tough, why would you willingly turn your back on it for something fake? The reason is actually pretty simple, but it's also incredibly powerful. When the real world is just too much, full of stress, conflict, pain, when reality gets uncomfortable, illusion gets addictive. It's like a perfect escape hatch, a place of comfort and total control that, let's face it, the real world just can't offer. And this changes everything. The whole conversation we've been having for years has to shift. The most important question we're facing now isn't about figuring out what's real and what's fake anymore. I mean, look at the shift. The old question was always, what's real? That's all about fact-checking and figuring out the truth. But now, we're heading into a time where the new question is, which reality? And that's a question about what you prefer. It's about what you choose to build for yourself. And that's really the thought I want to leave you with. As this technology gets better and better, as the illusions become totally seamless, this becomes the defining question of our time. It's not just about what's true anymore. It's about which version of reality people are going to choose to live in, and what happens to the one world we're all supposed to share when every single one of us can just pick our own